Hello, this video covers OpenAI pricing. So we'll be looking at how to use the OpenAI API to monitor usage monitoring and cost calculation. So as you can see, you only pay for what you use. And if you scroll down on openai.com/pricing, you get all the different models with the costs associated with using each model. So the newer models being faster, more powerful, but you pay more for them. So all these values here will need to be taken into account when we look at our usage. Now, when you look at your usage, provided you've signed up for an account, set up your payment, set up your billing, which not all tutorials actually tell you this, so it's almost taken for granted that you do need to sign up with OpenAI, give them your credit card details, and then as you make each request, there is a financial charge associated with each request, and that's what we're going to be looking at. And I'm going to be showing you the Python code which I've written to query this, but do it programmatically. For instance, you may wish to have a report sent to you each morning with a summary of yesterday's charges, rather than manually coming in and looking at this. So the day I'm going to be looking at is the 24th of May, and I can see I used $0.23 worth. So that was probably just a few tests which I made, and what I did was I went to chat.openai.com and I said, give me Python code to check OpenAI usage with the usage API. I knew there was a API to check the usage. So to check your OpenAI API, it's a mouthful, isn't it? OpenAI API usage with the usage API, you can use the following Python code. The code it gave me to start with was what you can see here is my second chat. The first chat I had with it, it kept apologizing to me after I told it that its code didn't work. It's very polite, but we're using requests, so you'll know your API key because you get that from API keys here when you log into your account once you've set up your billing and so on. So it told me to import requests, provide the API key, the usage URL. So that is the endpoint which you need to query. Headers, so you're telling it that you want JSON and you're going to send your API key. We're going to make a GET request, passing in the headers. If we get a successful response, we're going to print the JSON, otherwise say it failed. So first time I ran out, I got an error, and it said apologies for the confusion. And the problem was with the date. So I'll just quickly run through this because this was all the preliminary trial and error phase of what I was attempting to do. So what I wanted to know was whether I could specify a date range. But basically you need to run this each time you want to get a day's worth of data. Obviously, you can do that within a loop. One of the caveats it does say is, don't overdo it. So what I then did was I said, how can I add up the token cost from the JSON response? To add up the token cost from JSON response, you can extract the relevant information from the response and calculate the sum of the token counts. So if we go down here, you can see it's just within a for loop, it's just adding the previous usage to the usage that it's just got. I'll show you the working code in a second, but I just wanted to show you the kind of the background to this. One other query I had, because I was getting various different key value pairs from my JSON response. I was getting generated tokens and I was getting context tokens. And is usage based on context tokens or generated tokens? The usage reported by OpenAI API is based on the generated tokens, not the context tokens, which was slightly misleading. So you'll see my next question. Am I billed for context tokens or generated tokens? So what I was asking here, I was trying to find out what I was being charged for, and it just said the usage is based on the generated tokens, not the context tokens. Then down here, you're billed for both. So you're billed for both the context tokens and the generated tokens. I know this is kind of quite deep in the long grass, but it's really, really important, because if you do very many tests at all, you will start to notice that your billing is just increasing at a rate which might be quicker, faster than you were expecting. So what do I multiply the tokens by to get the cost in dollars? And I was just kind of playing devil's advocate here. Really, what I wanted to just get it to say to me was confirm my suspicion that you need to multiply the price per token for the specific API model you are using. It is recommended to refer to the OpenAI pricing. So the cost in dollars is the token count multiplied by the price per token, which is what go back to the pricing, and which is what we see here. So depending on which model we're using in our code affects what we get charged. So hopefully that's really clear. If you choose DaVinci, it's going to cost you more than if you use the V1, V2. So that's the embedding model. So obviously you take some chunks and then you embed them. So we're talking about NLP, or I've been using chat here. So I've been using GPT 3.5. ChatGPT models are optimized for dialogue. The performance of GPT 3.5 Turbo is on a par with Instruct DaVinci. And here we go. The usage is 0.002. So, right, let's go to the code now. I've kind of given you the background to all of this. And here is the code. This will be on GitHub. I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, don't just go straight to the link, download it, try and run it, and then tell me that it's wrong, because what I've just described will affect, it will significantly impact what you get charged. So I've just created a Python dictionary here on line 16 called snapshot ID. And that is basically going to be used within my loop to cross-reference the model and the cost. So wherever this model appears in the response, I'm actually going to transplant that with the integer rather than the text string. So these, as you see, 0.0002, that's the cost for DaVinci per 1,000 tokens. Here's the endpoint, headers, parameters. So the date I've just passed in here, you could put in a list of dates. Obviously this can all be embellished. This is the bit which I had to kind of customize. So we've got if response. So if we get successful response, I'm creating an empty list, and then what I'm saying is for the value in the data key of the usage data, which is just a JSON response. So basically, I'm going into it. I'm going inside it by one level, effectively. Then the cost is equivalent to the context tokens total and the generated tokens total. And each time I'm multiplying that by the value. In fact, I could have combined those, but I kept them separate. Makes no difference. The result is correct, which I'll show you in a second. So here, the value of the snapshot ID. So we've got the snapshot ID, which is a key, and then for each value, we want to take the value of that. So the pricing of this, or we want the pricing of that. So we want the pricing of DaVinci, or we want the pricing of Ada. So that's what this bit's doing here. It's selecting the correct pricing amount, model, multiplier, and then it's multiplying the number of context tokens and the number of generated tokens. And then at the end, I multiply it by 0.001 because the cost is per 1,000 tokens. So when I run it, I'll just show you the output. I'm not going to run it again because I've changed my API key since I did this, but the output is 0.225. So that's $0.225. And the date for this was the 24th. So if we come back and check the pricing or the daily usage, we'll go to the 24th of May, and you can see this is rounded it up, so it's $0.23, which is 0.225, which is what you just saw here. 0.225 rounded up is. So this code is on GitHub. Feel free to modify it, embellish it, do whatever you want with it. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of show you that. I just talk about the pricing because it's quite often overlooked in a lot of the tutorials, and yeah, you don't want to just get really into this and then find out you've got a really, really big bill. So, and I've just typed something on there, and it's given me there it is back. So yeah, just remember that you need to look at the snapshot ID values and then multiply and take into account the context tokens and the generated tokens when looking at or calculating the cost of your usage with OpenAI. So I'll be back probably next time with LangChain, some more LangChain stuff. If that's of interest, then give me the thumbs up or the comment, or just give it a thumbs up anyway, because everybody bangs on about a thumbs up, don't they? So just yeah, whatever. See you again.